For this week, we're going to continue talking about friends of the opposite sex.
You're watching. You are watching.
You are watching.
You are watching.
You are watching.
You are watching.
You are watching.
You're watching Let's Talk Relations.
Yeah! Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Ericson Presents Let's Talk Relations, episode 17. If you haven't already, please take this opportunity to hit the subscribe button, the bell notification button, and the thumbs up button. That way you stay alert every time I upload a video. It is so nice out. I've decided to come outside, get some fresh air, do the intro real quick. For this week, we're going to continue talking about friends of the opposite sex. If you have a friend that is just a friend now, but y'all messed around in the past. So it could be anywhere from sex. It could be anywhere from a kiss. I don't know. Y'all used to pinch each other's booties. I don't know. But it was something you did in the past. But now y'all don't do that no more. Y'all just friends. And y'all like really, really just friends. And you just got with somebody and they told you that they're not comfortable with you being friends with anybody who you've messed around with in the past. Would you disclose this information about this friend or would you withhold it? That's what we're talking about today. So let's get right into the episode.
Absolutely. Yeah, you there's some things that you just keep to yourself. If it was something not so serious, you guys just kissed, or maybe you did have sex, or maybe one time you knew it was over with, then you don't need to, disclose that information to your partner. Why? It's only going to cause more harm.
Probably, yeah. I'd keep it from her. Just because it's like, I don't want to cause drama if I don't have to. You know what I mean? Now, am I going to continue to hang out with that chick? No. You know what I mean? Just out of respect for my chick. But I don't have to tell her.
Well, first off, I believe that if you've known that person longer than you've known the person you're currently dating, I'm not going to cut anybody off for you. I feel like a man's not going to cut off somebody that he's known longer than you. They're going to continue to be friends. But as long as it's a trust thing. You have to build a trust. Like, if you can't trust me, then there's no reason for us to be together. Deuces.
She said it out. She right.
That's a tough one for me. Only because normally if I mess around with someone, then there's usually a bond there, and there's a reason that I did mess around with them, and so I don't usually discard friends, but depending on how serious a relationship is getting, if that may ask me, hey, can you stop talking to that person, then I will bow out and should tell that other person, hey, you know what, we have some good times, but I'm about to settle down and make this serious, so you gotta go.
Yes, I would. I would withhold it because I do feel that at times you can mess around with someone, but at the end of the day, you guys just make better friends than in a relationship. So yes, I would withhold it.
Well, I tell women when they meet a guy, you don't need to tell everything. To be honest with you, and it just depends on time frames or whatever else. There's information that if the other person is never going to find out and it's never going to be an issue, it's keep it to yourself. That's the best to pass.
Yeah, I'll take this one. I would end whatever friendship that I had with that person to respect my new significant other's feelings.
So he thinks we're just friends.
Exactly.
Probably, yeah. Because if this is a new relationship and I'm really into this person and I want it to work, then what he doesn't know won't hurt him. So that's something I'll probably take to the grave and still have my friend with me.
Oh God.
I would not withhold it. No. Because I think that sooner or later it could come back to bite you.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
Speak
worth
the
it.
truth.
Yeah, I think
I think your partner should be able to handle that, and if they can't, then there's something that they need to work on.
Yeah,
it's not something that you need to get rid of.
Well, I was on the opposite end of that. So Kevin would bring over a friend that he wanted to be more than friends with, and I was okay with it because I didn't want to. I didn't know about this, and I had specifically told him if we were going to be in a relationship, I did not want him to be involved with someone he wanted to previously be involved with or was in a relationship with. because I did not want that drama. I did not want it to bring it into my relationship. I had enough of my own. I did not want that in ours. And he still did it anyway. And then he tried to put it off as, she's just my friend. And that just ended up separating for 3 months. And it did not work out because he was not being honest with me. He didn't tell me about this woman, and I thought he should have. If he felt that he no longer had a connection with her and it ended a while ago, then I thought him being honest was the proof that I needed for him to be a good partner with me. And the fact that he didn't do that, and I was 10 months pregnant with our child, and he still was postponing dates and times for us to go somewhere, to me that felt like she was still important to him and part of his life, in which case I felt like if that's so important to him, then I didn't need to be a part of his life. So I left for a while until he figured that out.
I would now, because in the past I've let some pretty good, good people go for someone who's not around anymore. So I've learned my lesson, and actually those friends are still around, and we still, we still get together, and we, it definitely he would have to at least try to, understand. He may not be here tomorrow. They've been around for a minute, so yeah.
All right, so it's funny because me and my girlfriend have had this conversation. Like, there are times when you may be around somebody who you've been involved with in the past, and she doesn't necessarily want to be around, like, just having girls that I've been involved with, just like kind of hanging around a lot. Even if I can avoid it, sometimes maybe you and this ex person or whatever they were to you are genuine friends. It was just like a one-time thing or something like that. I think as long as it's on the up and up, like, I don't need to be like, hell, by the way, that girl right there, we've done X, Y, and Z together.
Vice versa, like if my girl was fucking with someone back in the day, I don't need to know that shit. Like if it's not happening now and affecting like what we got going on right now, I don't want to know anything about it. So that's how I feel.
And maybe, you can debate back and forth, lying and all that other stuff like that. But like, there's girls, I'm old enough that there's girls who I slept with 20 years ago, and we have no feelings for each other whatsoever. And what good is that to say, oh yeah, I slept with this person? Because then sometimes it's going to raise suspicion if I'm going to the movies with that person, if I'm going out with that, or whatever it is, which I don't always do. But yeah, for me, it's kind of like certain things after a certain amount of time should be kept secret. Now, if it's recent, last 4 or 5 years, you might need to share that information. But overall, I don't readily give that up. Also, because I slept with a lot of people, so damn near everybody that you see.
You're only gonna make him or her like think, oh snap, they made out or they did something, and I can't trust them together. It's not a matter of being secretive, but it's just you don't need to, say if it wasn't serious, then there's no need to talk about it. It's none of his business.
Yeah, I feel like if you're serious about your current boyfriend, then this other friendship, it doesn't really matter anymore. I'm sure you have other friends, you can find other companions, you can have that in your boyfriend,
and if he does find out later, it's not going to be pretty.
That's bad news,
right?
For sure.
So it's best to be honest and either end the friendship or just be honest and say, hey, we're just friends now, can you deal with this? And if you can't, then go from there. But
and think about why you're still friends with this person too. Because do you just want the attention? Like, why? Like, what do you? Are they like a real friend?
Maybe you work with them.
Think about what you're doing internally too. Like, maybe you just need to kind of get rid of some toxicity.
I'm withholding information. I'm taking it to my grave. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. Yeah. If my current partner is jealous and has a problem with that, I'm not saying anything.
Nada.
Some stuff is your business, right?
And it needs to stay your business.
Yeah. When you're in a new relationship or you're with someone, they don't need to know. They need to understand your sexual histories, so they can make sure everything's safe. But they don't need a name and a face to who you had sex with. So yeah,
right. So yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
Subject over.
My friend coming over for Christmas.
Yep. You gonna get you a gift too.
Old sex and all.
Besties in the house.
So my honest answer is absolutely. I would probably take it to the grave because I know myself, and I wouldn't want to make anybody feel bad. But it's not the healthiest thing by any means. And thankfully, I'm with somebody who does not get jealous about that. And so we've had open talks about people we've been with, and we were friends, and I've met some of his, he's met some of mine, and we're cool. So that's another reason that we're even together. But I know myself, and I would have made the mistake of not saying anything, and eventually jealousy things would probably get worse over time, and then it would probably just blow up in my face. So I would see that as a red flag because I don't really like that kind of thing. And it's much more comfortable to be comfortable because they're in the past and you can be friends with them. It's fine. Totally works.
Man, that's thought provoking. Thought provoking. Ladies first.
That was so good. I wish I would have used that line first.
I've done that in the past, in past relationships. I have. Where it was like somebody that like, you know, like a girlfriend or a guy friend that just like, you know, they made a pass, whatever, but it wasn't like anything. And it was like, it's not gonna. But we were always like friends, and we continued to be friends, and maybe we worked together, we made money together or whatever. And I might have like left that out. It didn't affect anything. The only thing is when you're on the reverse, this is the thing. If that person feels like they have something over your mate because they think that they know you in a certain special way, then that's where the problem happens.
So if you would have been honest from the beginning, then it wouldn't have been as big of an issue. So.
Exactly. So as long as he would have talked to me and communicated with me, I would have been okay with it and kind of tried to understand where he was coming from. But because he hid it from me,
it made it worse.
It made it worse, and now
it made you think something was going on because he hid it.
Exactly. And now I don't want to know her. I don't want to know anything about her, and I don't want to be related anywhere near her. And at the beginning, I thought for a moment we could have been friends. We could have been great friends if I would have been able to get to know her. But I never got the chance to make that decision for myself. That decision was made for me, and I did not like that. So that's why I left for a while. Until he figured
Listen, hear that? Be honest. Yeah.
So, but would you tell him, or would you withhold the information?
I tell him. I'm grown. I have, you know, there's, yeah. It's kind of funny though, because even like when I go on dates now, if I'm taking someone on a date, and I know like my friend that I have messed with that in the past gonna be there. You know, I've said before if I thought the guy could handle it. You know, we used to hang out, we used to go out, you know. But you know, we're friends now, he cool people, you know. Should meet him. I like, you know, he's my friend. These are my people. So yeah.
But it's just be respectful of my girlfriend, and I don't want to have her looking out here looking stupid, like I'm just fraternizing with all sorts of girls that I've been sleeping with and whatever. And I don't know, it's tough. It's a tough one.
If she was like, you can't be friends with him no more, would you withhold that information from her, or would you be like, so would you just act like y'all just never hooked up about it?
Right. I would probably just limit our interactions. I would do my best to like respect my girlfriend's wishes, but at the same time, I wouldn't be with a girl who would put some sort of restriction on me like that. Like, if you don't trust me, then why are we together? If you don't trust that I could be friends with somebody and not want to hook up with them, then we don't need to be together.
So I think that when I hit it from like the exes or something, I think that maybe that I didn't feel like that person was being a threat to my new relationship, and they weren't trying to be like, oh yeah, I fucking pulled her hair in the back of a car and made out with her or something. Like, there's a difference, I think, energetically, whereas it's like that happened, like we don't even talk about it anymore. That happened like 10 years ago. We were in high school. But since then, I've like seen you in relationships and, you know, maybe like held your kids and like it's whatever. I think it's different with the energy behind it. If that person feels like they have something over your partner, that's where I would draw the line. And if they're going to come around and like start shit or try to like be like stir the pot, then no.
That's a good one. What she said.
But it's serious. Like you don't tell everybody your friends.
Don't be in trouble when this shit airs. Thank God he don't know how to use YouTube. He gonna make Ericson. You fucked Ericson? Because you're your friend. You already know. You said Ericson was your friend. You coming over to make a TV show.
Last recording.
Ericson can't come over no more. You was right in. Huh? You're not doing that, are you? No. We gonna fast forward to that.
Oh,
all right. Okay.
oh, fuck! I might have to use that. All right.
You take that.
What is your what?
We got the house.